Hi guys, welcome back to Kali J's Kitchen. Today I'll take you in the kitchen with me and I'll show you how I made my plantain tarts. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment, and tell a friend to tell another friend to come over and subscribe to Kali J's Kitchen. You can also follow me on Facebook, Kali J's Kitchen. The link for my Facebook page will be in the description box. You can also find my recipe in the description box. Go ahead and try them out. Let me know what you think. So here I have 3 ripe plantains. I also have mixed spice for baking, cinnamon powder, red food coloring, and guys, you could also go ahead and use yellow or green food coloring, whichever you choose. I also have vanilla flavoring, brown sugar, and again guys, you can use your white sugar or granulated sugar, whichever sugar you call it. I also have freshly grated nutmeg. So first, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and peel my plantains. Once again guys, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Kali J's Kitchen, and you can also follow me on Facebook, Kali J's Kitchen. The link for my Facebook page will be in the description box. Also, if you want me to do a special video for you, you can go ahead and send me a message via Instagram or Facebook of a meal that you want to see Kali J prepare for you. So I'm just slicing up my ripe plantains. So what I'm gonna do now guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna boil these plantains for roughly 5 minutes, because what happened is that the plantains are not really soft as I want it to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and boil it for 5 minutes and show you what it looks like after 5 minutes. So guys, after 5 minutes, this is what my plantains look like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fork to just crush my plantains. And while we are crushing the plantains, once again guys, go ahead and subscribe to Kali J's Kitchen. Share with your friends, share with your families, tell them about Kali J's Kitchen. Share with your neighbors and just let them come over and just enjoy a good time with me. So now that I'm finished crushing my plantains, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the brown sugar. Once again guys, if you have granulated sugar, G sugar, whatever sugar you call it, go ahead and add the sugar to your plantain, and we just combine the plantains and the sugar together, because you want to ensure that the sugar is evenly distributed. Also guys, remember that if you use the overripe plantains, please ensure that you don't over sweeten your plantains. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the cinnamon powder. I'm also gonna add the mixed spice. And as I said before in a previous video, I love to use a lot of spice when I'm cooking. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add the freshly grated nutmeg. And again, I'm just gonna use my fork to just combine both the plantain and the spice together. And again, you want to ensure that everything is evenly distributed. You don't want to have one part tasting as if spice is there and another part don't taste. You don't taste any spice, so you want to ensure that it's evenly distributed. Also, I am adding the vanilla flavoring. And I'm just going to combine. Now guys, it's time to add the food coloring. Once again, if you have yellow food coloring or if you have green food coloring, you can go ahead and add it also. Also guys, if you add your food coloring to your plantains and you realize that it's a little bit pale or you don't like the color, you can go ahead and add some more to strengthen the color, or you just add, if you have another food coloring, like if you have the green, you just add the green and the red together and I'm sure you'll get a nice color. So in this case, I realized that, oh, my plantains I don't like the color, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some more food coloring. And once I get the desired color, I'm just going to put this to the side and allow it to cool a bit. And I'm just going to roll out the dough for my plantain tarts. So now guys, here I have my short crust pastry dough, and I'll put a link for the recipe for this short crust pastry dough in the description box. And once again, you can use your short crust pastry dough to make gizzardo if you're making apple pie, if you make even the plantain tarts. The short crust pastry dough is perfect. So I'm just going to cut this in 2 halves, and I'm just going to place one in the fridge and the other I'm going to use it to make my plantain tarts. And also guys, if you have a big cutting board, you could roll your short crust pastry dough on the cutting board. But in this case, I'm just going to use my countertop. And I'm just going to roll the dough. And also guys, you don't want to over roll your dough. You don't want to roll your dough and let it be too thin nor too thick. Once again guys, please subscribe to my channel. Tell your friend to tell another friend about Kali J's Kitchen. And I also try to make my recipes as easy and simple for you guys. And you can send me any recipe that you want to see me prepare for you on my channel. Send it to me via Instagram or Facebook. Or just leave a comment. I promise you I read all of the comments. So now that I'm finished rolling my dough, it's time to go ahead and cut out the shapes that I want for my plantain tarts. Now I'm using a cover and it's round circle. So basically guys, I'm making my plantain tarts like patties. You know how they normally cut out the shapes for patties? That's exactly how I'm doing it. But the only difference with this and the patty is that I'll be using plantains for the filling instead of chicken, beef, or shrimp. Now guys, I'm finished cutting out all of my pastry doughs. Now it's time to go ahead and add the filling. And of course, you know that the filling is the plantain that I crush and add the spice and the vanilla and the sugar too. So what I'm going to do, I am just going to lay the dough flat. I'm going to use a tablespoon to add the filling. So I'm just going to add the filling. You don't want to add too much filling or too little filling, because you want your dough to close properly. Remember, as I said before, I'm making this like a patty. So I'm just going to pull it over, pull the other side of the dough over. And I'm just going to add some water to the edges to just seal it. And of course, I have a fork that I'm just going to use to just press on the sides, the outside. And there you go, guys. My plantain tarts. So I'm just going to put this to the side and do the others. Now that I'm finished adding the filling, it's time to go ahead and bake my plantain tarts. But before I bake my plantain tarts, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some holes to the plantain tarts before baking. So guys, this will take roughly 30 to 35 minutes to bake. But before, I'm gonna add some butter and vegetable oil to my plantain tarts. After 15 minutes, I'm going to put it in the oven to bake for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to remove it and add some butter and vegetable oil to my plantain tarts. And also, I will add some G sugar as well. The reason for adding the butter and the vegetable oil is that it will give it a nice golden look. And also, the taste of it will be great. So guys, after 15 minutes, this is what my plantain tarts look like. So here I have some melted butter and vegetable oil. So I'm just going to base the top of my plantain tarts with the vegetable oil and the butter. And then I'm going to add it to the oven. I'm going to add back my plantain tarts to the oven and allow it to bake for another 20 minutes, and then I'll show you the final product. So guys, as I had said before also that I'll add a little granulated sugar on top of my plantain tarts just to give it a little bit of sweetness. So I'm just gonna add the granulated sugar, and I'm not adding a lot, just a small amount. So guys, after 35 minutes, this is what my plantain tarts looks like. Don't forget guys to subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment, and tell a friend to tell another friend about Kali J's Kitchen. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you try this recipe. And guys, don't forget to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and send me a recipe that you want us to be prepared for you on my channel. Once again guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. I really appreciate it. Until next time.